Okay, but what? That you are not completing that. Take it completely, please.
Okay.
Miss Peace, good evening. Can you hear us?
Good evening. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. You were not in class yesterday and today you came late. What's the problem?
I'm so sorry. Yesterday I had to work all night. That was why I couldn't.
Okay, it's fine. We are currently under the categories of stakeholders. And Mrs. Annas here has been presenting. So, Mrs. Annas, under that secondary, you do not complete it. These categories are affected directly by the outcome of the conflict.
Yes, sir.
Anything that happens, they are affected directly. But do not feel to be directly involved. It is not their intention to be directly involved. Alright. So as the conflict progresses, they may turn primary stakeholders based on how they are being affected. Now, we also have the interested stakeholders. What do you have under the interested stakeholders?
The interested stakeholders, they are interested in the conflict because they stand to benefit either peaceful or conflict.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, let's move to the next one. I want us to wrap things up tonight.
Conflict mapping.
Yes, what do you have under conflict mapping?
Conflict tracking. This involves monitoring, observation, and recording of the trend of change and continuity in the conflict process.
Under conflict mapping, what do you have, ma? Oh, thank God. Oh, my goodness.
Conflict mapping is the first step.
Yes, under conflict mapping, what do you have?
The first step That's what I'm reading, sir.
Please go ahead, ma.
Are you there, sir?
Yes, ma.
Conflict mapping is the first step intervening to the management of a particular conflict. It can also be called a graphical representation of the conflict.
Okay, Miss Peace, what do you have there on conflict mapping? Miss Peace, are you there?
Oh, sorry. I was talking to myself. I didn't know I was on mute. Okay, so under I have conflict mapping, I have conflict tracking, and I have conventions for mapping relationship.
Okay, what do you have under the conflict mapping, please?
Okay, so it says here, where is it? WEHR. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. Where 1979 describes conflict mapping as the very first step intervening to manage a conflict.
Very first step, yes.
Yes, intervening to manage a conflict. And then it also says conflict mapping has to do with graphical representation of conflict which the conflicting parties are placed in relation to the conflict.
Please wait, ma. Miss Anas, did you get that part? Miss Anas. Okay, please continue.
Okay, so that's for conflict mapping. And then we have
Can you take that other part
No,
again, please? Conflict mapping.
I didn't.
Okay, so Weha in 1979 describes conflict mapping as the very first step.
WEHR is not where are.
Yes.
You can just call it where.
Where? Okay.
Where.
Where?
Where.
Okay.
Not where. Where.
Okay. Where?
Okay, it's fine. Just continue.
So where 1979 describes conflict mapping as the very first step intervening to manage a conflict. And
The
then
very
also
first step,
continues,
yes.
yeah, and then also continues as conflict mapping has to do with graphical representation of the conflict, which the conflicting parties are placed in
Are
relation
placed
to
to the
the
situation on
conflict.
ground.
Yes.
Awesome. So we have tracking where you take
Yes.
step by step observation and recording. I want us to go straight to a lot of points are here. So I want us to go straight to just a moment. Polarization. What do you have on polarization?
On polarization, I don't think
Yes.
I have
Miss Anas, what do you have on polarization? Miss Okpe, good evening. You came late too. But you're welcome still. Miss Okpe, you have your notes, right? Unmute yourself.
I don't have the
Miss
notes.
Anas, what did you say, ma?
I don't have on
I don't have
polarization.
polarization, sir.
Okay, maybe that's one of the things we restricted. What about Miss Okpe? Do you have anything on polarization?
I don't have any. I'm just joining tonight.
Okay, Miss Okpe, I think it was you that just joined yesterday, right? Okay, when we say polarization, we are talking about the tendency to view things in terms of extremes. When you view things in terms of extreme, if you are talking about rich, you view it in terms of extreme. You are talking about poor, you view it in terms of the extreme. Beauty or ugly, large or small. All right? You talk about viewing things in terms of extreme. They will talk about polarization. Are we on the same page?
Yes.
Do we have that noted?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I think we talked about early warnings already, right?
Yes.
Do you have anything on early warnings?
Yes, I do.
What about Miss Anas? Do you have anything on early warnings?
Yes, sir.
Please, Miss Anas, walk us through what you have on early warnings, please.
Okay. Early warning. Early warning has to do with collection, analysis, and communication of relevant evidence. and conclusion to policymakers in order to enable them make their choice. It can also be
Thank you
said
very much for that.
complex.
Thank you very much for that, ma. Please, can you explain? Can you explain what you just read, ma? Miss Annas, can you please explain? Can you just do a quick explanation?
Okay.
Miss Miss Peace, can you please explain? Seems Miss Anna is having tough time hearing me. Miss Peace, please, do you have can you just share a little bit of light on that?
Okay. So I picked a key point that made me understand properly, which is early warning is to predict the probability that crisis
Okay.
is to happen and is to prevent conflict.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much for that. So when we talk about early warnings, okay, it was in PCL 27. Okay, it's even in 300 level. It was the 300 level course I was taking for the Department of PCL. I was explaining that course. I said early warnings can also be seen as red flags. That one is a little bit, I think we are familiar with that a little bit. When we say red flags, but let's say you are in a relationship and we say red flag, what do you understand by that? Miss Okpe? Okay, the network is really bad. She dropped a message. Okay. Miss Annas, when you say red flags in relationship, what does it mean, ma?
That is
Do you want to say
danger.
something about that, please? Danger, yes, yes. Danger, yes, more like that. Miss Peace, do you agree to that?
For me, I see it as negativity.
Early warnings, yes, negativities. Well, let's just be frank. Let's just call the spade a spade. When you see red flags in a relationship, you can call them indicators. Is either you can deal with it or you just gingerly, quietly walk out of that relationship. It's just like somebody that told you in a relationship that he doesn't smoke, and you caught him going somewhere to go and smoke. It's a red flag that you are getting married to a smoker, or somebody that gambles and tells you, okay, just once in a while. If you're not okay with that, those are early warnings. So when you get married and he turns out to be a real-time gambler, you don't get offended because you have seen it before now and you choose to either accept it or manage it. So when you say early flags or red flags or early warning, there are signs that tells you that something is coming for you. All right. So when you get signs ahead of time, it's either you accept it or you avoid it. That's what early warnings are. And most time, conflict does not just happen like that. You will see sign that this person has changed towards me. This person's attitude has changed towards me. So it's either you now work towards knowing why that person's attitude has changed, or you just avoid that person. And most time, it's not. Although there are different ways to responding to conflict. Avoidance is one of them. Confrontation is also one of them. Management is also one of them. So whether if it's confrontation that is okay for you, why are you behaving this way? Approach the person, then hear the person's side of the story and know what you have done wrong. And if you just quietly avoid the person, also another strategy. So basically they are there to warn you and tell you, to inform you that something is coming for you. So either you avoid or you just choose a strategy of walking up to the person and know why the person is behaving that way. So there are a couple of them, but I don't want us to go because our time is fast spent and I need to Now, when we say peace, does anybody have anything on that peace? Miss Peace, don't talk about peace yet. Let Miss Anna talk about peace. I know even without looking at your note, Miss Peace, she don't talk to us about peace. But let me talk. Let Miss Anna talk to us about peace first.
Why Mr. Nasa? Is it peacekeeping or peace building, sir?
Miss Anna, can you imagine?
Okay,
There's
peace.
electricity. I don't even plug my computer.
Okay.
Yes, you know it will be cheating. Just peace. The term peace. It will be cheating if I call Miss Peace to talk to us about peace, because naturally
Because
she
her
would
name is
tell us without even looking at her note.
Okay. So should I read it?
Please go ahead, ma'am. Miss Annas.
I said peace is derived
Yes, because
from
her
a
name is
Latin
Peace.
word. Peace is derived from a Latin
Yeah, you can
word
read and explain, ma'am.
called pax, which literally means a pact, contract, or any agreement to end a war or any dispute and conflict.
Why are you
between
smiling, ma'am?
people.
Can you just read? You don't have much time.
You don't want me to smile.
Wonderful.
I'm done now.
No, I'll just continue, ma'am. Wonderful. So explain to us. Can you explain to us very quickly?
The little way I understand this is, as I said, peace is derived from a Latin word, and the word called pact, which literally means a pact. In this note, I mean this
A contract, an
topic,
agreement. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
it's as in it's something that you should. It's a contract or an agreement to end a war.
To end something. To end a
Or
war. Thank
having
you very
any
much.
dispute
To
and
end a
conflict between
dispute.
people or nations.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much for that, ma'am. So, Miss Peace, our own honorable Miss Peace, can you honorably talk to us about peace, ma'am? So we should
Okay.
be getting a detailed explanation from you.
Okay, so for my own understanding, peace does not simply mean the absence of violence. Um,
Goes
it's
beyond that.
basically, yeah, it goes beyond that. It's referred to the state where underlying tensions and disagreements are addressed in a way that promotes stability,
Okay.
justice, and coexistence, right? So, it being related to
Wonderful.
conflict has to do with agreements to end war, to end conflict, to end violence between nations or group
Like
of
what
people.
we are about to witness between Ukraine and Russia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And furthermore,
Wonderful.
even with animals.
Wonderful.
Anyway, I added animals because sometimes
Yes.
dogs and fight, and then you have to separate animals. That's what peace.
Very well then. So I want us to go straight ahead to negotiations. Do you have anything on negotiations, please?
No.
Wow.
No, I don't.
Negotiation. Miss
No, I
Miss
don't.
Annas, do you have anything on negotiation, ma?
No, sir.
Now, when we say
I don't.
negotiation, I think it's something that is common to us. So even without the notes, we don't even have that much time. I would have said we should still say something. But when we say negotiation, you can look at it from different angle. But one thing I want you to hold on to this night is when you try to persuade an individual or a group of people to see things from your own point of view. but the bottom line is persuasion. All right, persuade to affect certain, persuade to, I'm trying to get the word, persuade to get certain response. When you persuade people to get certain response from them, the response could be buying your market. The response would be settling a dispute. The response. So now let's add favorable response. When you persuade to get favorable response, they will talk about negotiation. So our time is spent, is gone, is done already. So, but the last thing I want us to take for tonight, when we say perpetrator, what do you have on perpetrator?
Perpetrator? No, I don't. I don't
Yes,
think I
Miss
come
Peace,
across
Miss
that.
Annas, do you have anything on perpetrator? What do you have on perpetrator?
No, I don't have that.
Miss Peace, have you not finished the course?
I have
I
one.
don't
There's
have it
nothing
that.
on perpetrator. Oh,
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I didn't see that.
So when we say perpetrator, what are we talking about? A perpetrator is a person, group, or institution that directly inflicts, support, and condones violence or other form of abuse against a person or a group of people. A disclaimer very quickly, like I usually say, on this stream, what we do is purely educational. We don't encourage, we don't instigate acts of violence. All right? So thank you very much. Did we get that?
No, I'm still trying to write. I was about to say if you can do it again.
Did we get that?
Can you hear me, sir?
No.
Okay. A perpetrator, yes. A perpetrator is a person, group, or institution that directly
Directly.
inflicts Can we all hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Directly
sir.
inflicts.
So are we good to go?
Yes,
Inflict.
you said
Directly
directly
inflict.
inflicts.
So thank you very much, everyone. It's been a wonderful time. It's been a wonderful. Okay. Support and condones violence. Violence or abuse against a person or a group of persons. So I'll just have to end this class now because we've overshoot our time. Thank you very much, Miss Peace. Thank you very much, Miss Annas. And I look forward to seeing you all the subsequent tutorials. Do have a wonderful night rest and a wonderful weekend, and bye for now.